Hi, this is Travis from POS Guys. We're going to go over a basic unboxing and setup of the 7-inch pole display. You're going to need a screwdriver to set this up, a regular Phillips head screwdriver. So in the box, you're going to have your main display, a few sections of poles. That's the long piece, it's the connecting piece, and then you'll have an additional extension. Power supply for the monitor, the base, the VESA mount, and the cable. First step is to assemble the base. It just snaps into each other. And then there's a connecting piece to go to the bottom. Let's run the cables first. And your power supply cable. There's a little window on the back. That's what you're going to route your cables through. This part is totally optional. If you rather not take the time and run the cables through the pole, you can plug them into the back. They don't have to run through the pole. It just gives it a little cleaner of a look. All right. You can then attach it through the pole. And if you want a little shorter of a display, you can use just a single section. Cables are now routed. This bottom piece can then be snapped into place. On the back of the base, there's 3 screws. I took them off already, but basically your regular Phillips head screwdriver can reach in, undo all 3, and then this piece pops off. Run your cables through this piece. Slide that into the base, and then there's this little window at the end, and that's where your cables will finally end up. And then you can reassemble the head. The next step is mounting the display onto the pole. There's going to be 2 packets in here, one with a yellow label, one without it. This packet here is for the magnet. The magnet goes on the base stand. It attaches to the bottom. It simply just screws in, and then you'll have a magnetic base. Since a lot of counters aren't metal, we just leave that off. Okay, you can set your base flat, open your pack of screws, and you get 4 screws. It should line over the holes. And then we'll screw in the 4 screws. The screw holes are a little tight. You might just need a little pressure to get them started. After it's screwed in, you have 2 plugs you need to plug in. Okay. One is your HDMI, and then one is power. Plug it, twist it, and then you can pull the slack out so the cables will hide themselves. So optionally, you can attach the magnetic base if you want to. You can also get larger screws, like a 2-inch screw, and mount the base into your countertop. After your pole is completely assembled, then you can just connect it to your PC. So power will go into the wall, and then your HDMI cable will connect to your PC into the HDMI port, and it's going to set up itself as a secondary monitor. See it come on. And then there's the display there. If you're using a browser-based software, often you'll throw a second tab or browser session into your secondary monitor, and that's what creates the customer section. Additionally, if you set it up and it's mirroring your main display, then you'll want to change your window setting to be extended. If your PC or all-in-one computer doesn't have an extra HDMI port, we do sell dock extenders that have an HDMI port on it. So this connects via USB to your PC, and then there's a port on it that has HDMI. So then you can connect this to that. You also get 6 other USB ports for connecting receipt printers and other peripherals. You can also just buy a straight singular HDMI adapter if you need to use USB. If you're having trouble with the setup of your 7-inch display, please give us a call, 1-855-POS-Guys. Our support team is happy to help, whether it's finding the correct interface cable for connecting to your PC or assembling the unit altogether. Just give our tech support team a call and we'll be happy to help. Thanks.